What's up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Crypt. I'm Derek. Tubi Halloween. We are unfortunately almost at the end of the month. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, I know some of these movies have not shaped out to be the way I hope they would. I'm looking at you, Spirit Halloween. But overall, I've still had fun. Anytime I can add new horror movie knowledge up here, it's a good time. So, let's get started with it. One thing that's awesome about this next movie is we're getting two birds stoned at once again, because this is also on my 100 horror movie scratch-off poster. Today, I am talking about The Wicker Man, directed by Robin Hardy, released in 1973. So, I'm going to be completely honest, as I generally always am. I saw the remake for this first, long time ago. Came out 2006, 2006, I believe. I saw this probably in 2007 when it came out on DVD. And legit, this was one of the worst movies I had seen up until that point. Now I've seen other movies that have made that seem like a masterpiece. Getting at you again, Spirit Halloween. But that played a big role in why I took forever to watch the original, because that one was so bad. Now, I'm going to be talking spoilers. This movie's 50 years old, 51 years old. So, super quick plot synopsis. A police officer is investigating a missing girl on an island. So, who is in The Wicker Man? Well, we have Christopher Lee as Lord Summersisle. And Christopher Lee's amazing in everything. Fight me in the comments, I don't care. And then we got Edward Woodward as Sergeant Howie. His parents did not like him. And Britt Eklund as Willow McGregor. So, what is good about The Wicker Man? I already said it. Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee is awesome in literally everything he does. Doesn't matter if he is Saruman or Dracula. He's awesome. So I had no idea Christopher Lee was even in this until I started watching it. So that was a very, very pleasant surprise to me. There's a lot of music in this movie. A lot. And it's kind of like folky and stuff like that. It's good. I'm definitely not saying it's bad. But within like the first 20, 25 minutes of the movie, I legitimately was wondering if this was supposed to be a musical or something, because that's just how much music was in this. But like I said, all the music was good. Performances all around were solid. No real complaints of terrible acting or anything like that, so that's always good. And another thing that definitely helps is when you are shooting in just an absolutely beautiful location, because this being on an island, you got pretty views of the ocean all around. And yeah, it really was just pretty to look at, which also helps anytime you can get to that. And lastly, the actual Wicker Man was awesome looking. I loved the way that the Wicker Man looked, with all of its little compartments for the different animals, and then the one big one in the chest for our idiot police officer. Let me just go ahead and say that. The actual Wicker Man and just the scene with the Wicker Man in it, just so good. Loved it. So, what's bad about the Wicker Man? Now, I don't know for certain, and I could have possibly just zoned out. I don't know, is he a cop from England? Like, where is he a cop from? So I didn't like the fact that, he's running around. I don't need a warrant. I'm looking, no, man, you need a warrant, and you effing know that. I mean, I guess it was the 70s. It was a different time. Maybe they could just be assholes and just kick doors in and do just random searches. So that might be a weird thing to hear, that's a negative, but it definitely was. I wasn't digging that. Now, in today's day and age, I'll be 100% honest, because it's going on, around us. I'm not a big fan of cults. Like, how many documentaries have you guys watched about cults? I mean, like, man, I just don't get how somebody could be so mindless and just believe whatever is spewed down their throat and not even question it or use their brain to think and just do their own independent research or anything. So that aspect of it I really didn't like, and that's, I guess, not necessarily like a super knock against the movie. I'm already just like, I don't know. If you can put yourself in a situation, it's more believable. I can't put myself in that situation because I have a fucking brain. So, I don't know. And if I'm being honest, the pendulum swings kind of the other way because, you know, they got the Cole craziness, and then you got the cop who's all of a sudden super religious at the end. And I know it's hinted at that he, like, won't bang the hot innkeeper's daughter that apparently sleeps with anything that moves. But he wants to wait until marriage, which, I mean, I guess his willpower is top notch because she's laying it on pretty thick. But overtly religious stuff, I am not a fan of either. I mean, you know, you do what you want to do by all means, but, like, don't try and force that on me. Like, you do you. So those those last two might have been a couple weird ones, and I may not have even described them the best, but basically, I don't like cults, and religion is just do your own thing, kind of, whatever. But moving on to rewatch, buy, and review, because I'm sure I've offended some people at this point. Would I rewatch this? I might. I could definitely see myself rewatching it. I don't know if I'll get the itch to want to rewatch it, but you never know. Would I buy this? Same thing once again. If I'm at a disc replay and I see this for $5, I will definitely pick it up. It's got Christopher Lee in it. Like, come on, man. What score am I going to give it? I'm going to go with a 6.5. Because, like I said, some elements of the movie I just could not put myself into, or it was just kind of irritating. So I wasn't able to, like, fully, like, submerge myself in it and get all sorts of up in it. And yeah, and that's going to take away from my overall watching experience. But you guys could be different. That's why you need to comment down below and let me know what you thought about Wicker Man. And if you enjoyed the video or I didn't offend you, drop a like on it because I don't try to offend anybody. And consider subscribing to the channel because we're always trying to grow so we can do more fun, dumb stuff. But yeah, that's it. We made it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.